I had absolutely no idea this was a thing. Yes, that's right, there are official Pokemon video games on Facebook. While Facebook has always been thought of as a social media website first and foremost, users are still familiar with it as a platform for simple browser-based video games. And with Pokemon being one of the largest gaming franchises in the world, it's no surprise that there would eventually be Pokemon games playable through Facebook. And I know what you're thinking. Oh wow, another cool Pokemon game, I wonder when it was discontinued. These games were released in 2019 and are still playable. Something about Pokemon Facebook games just screams 2011. But somehow, in Generation 8, the Pokemon Company decided to release 2 games onto Facebook. Pokemon Tower Battle and Pokemon Medallion Battle. And these games are extremely simple to access. You can literally play them just through Facebook. Finally, the perfect way to get your family into your favorite hobby. Your grandma who just learned about emojis, your uncle who only posts conspiracy theories, and your distant cousin you've always had a crush on. Send them an invite because it's time to play some Pokemon Facebook games. First up is Pokemon Tower Battle, and despite having a name reminiscent of the Battle Tower, this game is a lot more tower and not so much battle. The object of the game is to drop various Pokemon you're given and attempt to stack them into a tower without having it fall over. It's literally just a balancing act with Pokemon images. I mean, it's a fun idea, but it feels like a Flash game from a long time ago. It does at least look nice, I guess? You'll see the same few Pokemon every time. Bulbasaur, Torchic, Mudkip, Lapras, unless there are even more Pokemon further up that I've just never gotten to. The worst part is that Lapras is in the mix. Sure, it's fine if this is part of your base, but when it shows up as you've already got a stack going, it's no fun. Because it really plays into the mechanics of the game being that you have to balance these Pokemon based on their shapes. And the artwork used of these Pokemon can be a little weird. Specifically, Bulbasaur and Mudkip shapes make them kind of funky. And that's basically the solo mode, but you can also play with random people online. I decided to try it out and I'll be matched up with Nancy, who I'm guessing is somebody's mom chilling out on a school night. Come on Nancy, don't let me down. In this mode, 2 people work together, taking turns to drop a Pokemon, attempting to build up the same tower and see how high you can get. It looks like Nancy has the hang of this a little better than I do. Never mind, I spoke too soon. Well, Nancy let me down. There seems to be a bit more to the rankings and everything based on how high you can get, but I'm sorry, I'm just not invested in this. Yeah, it's a fun little time waster for the doctor's waiting room, but compared to every other game that I could possibly play to increase my rank in, this one just doesn't stack up. Get it? It really does give me the same feeling as old Pokemon games on the official website, but at least with those you had more variety. Here on Facebook it's just this and one other game. And so on to Pokemon Medallion Battle. There's just one problem. I can't play it. And no, I don't mean that it's been removed or anything, because the page for it still exists and has been posting as recently as this week. People are still there in the comments and interacting with it, even posting gameplay videos on YouTube. The Twitter account still exists also. Leave a like if you have more followers than Pokemon Medallion Battle. I click the play game button on Facebook and I'm sent to the generic Facebook gaming hellscape with dozens of mediocre games. And from there I try looking up Pokemon in the Facebook gaming section, but I get no results for either Pokemon or Medallion. It's funny because it shows Pokemon Tower Battle as one of my recently played games. From the main page I go to the developer website, which has some other looking games, maybe aside from this one. And so I go to Pokemon Medallion Battle, click the link to the game, and I end up back where I was. This happens on iPad and desktop, and on my phone I just get a connection issue page. And so I'm convinced this game just doesn't exist.
Hey there everyone! While editing this video, Rex found out that this game isn't available in the United States. It was originally launched in the Philippines and has since been made playable in a few other countries. So that's one mystery solved. I know that in other countries, they have different feelings toward Facebook, so it makes more sense to launch a game through the platform over there. It's still too bad we weren't able to play the game and record original footage. But anyway, the video will now continue as scheduled.
From what I can gather, you collect medallions with Pokemon of various rarities and power. I recognize the art used on these medallions from the trading card game, so that's kinda nice, it ties it together. PvP gameplay consists of each player selecting a Pokemon from their bench and placing it face down. They're then flipped face up, any abilities that the Pokemon have are then applied, and then the Pokemon with the higher point value at the end wins the battle. Honestly, from what I can see, this actually seems like a fun little simplified battle system for a Pokemon game. It's It's definitely not as refined as other Pokemon games, but the system could have actually lended itself to a more fleshed out game that was better built, and that, was more widely advertised and actually playable. It's times like this that I really look forward to any comments telling me of your experiences if you've actually gotten to play the game. In the end, these were some decent little games I was surprised to find out actually existed. I don't think they're amazing compared to other Pokemon spin-off games you could play, but on a platform like Facebook Gaming, they seem alright. It's just such an odd choice of a platform for these games. While there are definitely Pokemon fans on Facebook, it's more recently become the website that Generation Z ridicules for how out of touch it is. I would say that these games would have been a better addition to the official Pokemon website, but then even less people would have heard of them. I totally understand the appeal of having games right on Facebook, so you don't have to go too far from where you might normally spend part of your day. But I don't think we're quite at the point where one website can make for a fun, all-encompassing internet experience. These games feel more like they're made for Facebook users rather than for Pokemon fans. I know the all-encompassing Metaverse experience is what Overlord Mark Zuckerberg is trying to get us all into, but if they can't even get good Pokemon games on Facebook, I'm not too impressed. And with the fact that they didn't even hand off these games to like a B team or a C team, they basically gave them to developers that made exclusively simple games, and so it all makes sense. The biggest downside is that there seems to be such little effort put in. I did praise Medallion Battle for seeming like a neat simplified Pokemon TCG, but the fact that there aren't any original Pokemon assets in either of these games shows how little thought was put in by the Pokemon company. I am a bit conflicted because as much as I really would have liked more effort to be put in, I am at least glad that I'm not missing a lot by skipping these games. I would much rather the effort be put into traditional Pokemon projects. Even recent app games like Pokemon Quest and Pokemon Cafe Mix were developed in-house by Game Freak and Genius Sonority respectively, and even put onto the Nintendo Switch because that's where the main fan base is. I would rather have smaller projects from Pokemon itself on its own platforms. Pokemon Tower Battle and Pokemon Medallion Battle are just another weird piece of Pokemon media. Due to their nature as Facebook games, I'm not really sure how we would rank these as Pokemon spin-off games. If they don't fully count, then it's fine, you're not missing too much. But if we were to group them with the other entries, I would say that due to their lack of depth and accessibility, that they technically are the worst Pokemon spin-off games. But that isn't really saying much. But anyway, hey, this is GatorX, and let me know what you think in the comments below, especially if you've played either of these games. I'd really love to read your experiences, and again, if you by chance happen to get into Pokemon Medallion Battle, let me know what that was like. If like you played it and were dedicated to it, that'd be really cool. But otherwise, you can leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, and I'm on Twitter as well, if you could follow me there. But anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.